Hi friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Design. I'm in a part 2. I don't even know where this ended, so I'm going to go back and quickly go back over all of this. So in our comparisons, we have a metallic bright red, folk art metallic bright red, and that is this one. And these run about less than $2. I think that's what we figured out. Anyways, okay, because I was looking at my receipts. This is a Perfect Pearls, and it's okay. I don't think it's as glimmery as it should be, but there's good color there. This is a Folk Art Extreme Glitter, and that is this one. I love these. I think they're pretty. They're a little bit more sheer, but there is more color in them. Then there is a Folk Art Glitterific. And the Glitterific is, here it is in the clear hologram, and here it is in the blue. Now if you look at the lid, that's what it shows. That is not the same color. So what I think they do is they put it in a clear base with blue glitter. Then here, right here, is the Apple Barrel 50-cent paint. Done. Good deal. And then right here is a multi ultra bright bronze. And yeah, that's Craft Smart. So that was this one. And this one you get at, I think I got this one at, oh goodness, Target. So, and that was roughly around $2, if I remember correctly. No, I take that back. Those at Target are a little bit more, probably closer to $3. So, all right, let's move forward and, oh, and just to recap, this is my favorite so far as accessibility, carryability, like throwing in an art bag. The Gouache Arteza Metallic Gouache, they're a little bit thicker, and I really love it. So the little bit goes a long way. This is the Dilutions. I love Dilutions. It's always amazing. And then here is the Michaels little palette, and that is very beautiful as well. I think it is held up as well. And it was roughly about $4 for, I think we decided there was 21 paints in there, I believe. So anyway, so let's move on. Now I've got 3 of the white. So I have a white Apple Barrel, I have a white Craft Smart, which is from, I believe, Target, and then I have a wicker white Folk Art. So, I wish I had black paper in here, but you know what? I don't. So, how about we use this envelope, okay? I know. How technical and fancy was that? I know, you're just like, oh man, this is so bogus. But, sorry, this is what I have right now. We are half moved out and half not moved out. So, okay, so here is the Apple Barrel. That is really good coverage. And I think we can thin it out. The more we go, it thins out nicely. Yeah. So that is not bad at all. Again, that is the Apple Barrel. And I'm sure once it dries, we can build the color and it will be even more, even better coverage. So now, here is the Craft Smart acrylic. And it is this color, they call it white. White Blanco Blanc. So let's see what this looks like. Alrighty. Ooh, this is much thinner. You know, if you need a very sheer white, this is not a bad choice. I'm sure if it dries, it builds up in color. I would think it would. But I will say for the 50 cents that it's significantly less expensive. I'll go with the Apple Barrel. Now, last but not least, here is the Folk Art Wicker White. Woo! And I'm just like spilling it everywhere, silly me. Alright, I'm having way too much fun. Because when I start spilling, you know I'm having too much fun. Okay. This is how you know it's me. Okay. So, and I did not load that as much. So let's load this baby up. Okay, whoops, and that's too much. So hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm having too much fun here. See, I like getting messy. That's what it comes down to. I just want to get messy. Okay, so this is a nice color. This is kind of the in-between. It can be sheer. I think those two are the best too, if you ask me. I like the apple barrel and I like the folk art wicker white. So the Craft Smart is okay if you just need a thin layer of white. So if I had to rank them, I'd rank this one first because it's the least expensive. This one second because it gives really nice coverage without much use of paint. And this one last unless you are looking for a very sheer white. So that's just my little quick thoughts. Hold on one second. Let me get a wipe. Clean my hands up. Now, oh goodness. You ever notice when you pull one wipe out, sometimes there's like 15 that come out? I don't know how that happens. Okay. We must have reloaded it silly. Okay, so that's, I just don't want to get white paint all over everything. Okay, here we go. So I like that. I'm going to set that out to dry. And then last but not least of all my paints, I have some of these kind of stickle types of paints. So, the first one I have is Liquid Pearls, and this is by Ranger. So I want to give that a fair try. And I wish I had the same color in every one of these, but I don't. I do have a Stickles that is a little bit better than this other one. Well, no, I think we'll go with this one. Okay, so this is a Stickles, also by Ranger, and it is literally called Glitter Glue, which I agree with. And then last but not least, I don't really have anything but a pink, whoops, or a white. So you know in the Michaels brand, you just get what you get. So I've got a pink and a white, so I'll do both. So on this side, I'll go ahead and start with my my Michaels. And this is the Studio G Glitter Glue. So I don't know if I should have put this in with the glues, but you know. This doesn't come out very fluid. So it feels like it's really clogged. You know, and it could just be a Sue. But let's see, maybe it's just that one. Okay, this one comes out a little bit better. But it is definitely a glitter glue. So I'm going to go ahead and put this Stickles right here. So it can kind of be there. Okay, that comes out like butter and it's beautiful. Between these three, flat out, I got to go with the Stickles. You don't get as much, but it comes out easier. It comes out more evenly. This one did not come out evenly at all. Again, it could just be, and these were just bought, so it's not like it's old unless it's been in the store for a while. And in this one, you get half a fluid ounce, and this one you get one ounce. So you get twice as much, but between the two, now the clear came out pretty, but I don't like that pink, but I do like that a lot. Now, last but not least, let's see what this Liquid Pearls, I'm trying to see if there's a color. This is half an ounce, and I was trying to see if it had color on it. You know, you get what you get, right? There has to be color on this. If I find a color, I'll list it below. I do not see it. Maybe you guys see it. I do not see it. So, let's see how this looks. Well, that one has definitely been used. And I just bought these, so I don't know how it got used, to be honest. It's all bent. Maybe it just came that way. Huh. That's not good. And I used to do tons and tons of like shirts. That is completely clogged. That is going to require some surgery. So, I mean, I love this color. I really do. But it requires a needle. So, womp womp. That one didn't go. So, we will have to come back to this. So, this one is the Stickles. Now, let's see the color. If you're going to ask me, it is the... Hold on, let me get it close if I can see it. Oh, for goodness gracious. Okay, so Ranger, if you're ever watching this, please make it bigger. I do not see a color. I see acid-free, adult use only, made in USA. I do not see a color. So, Okay, so that's the Stickles. This one is the Michaels Studio G. And I'm holding my hand up so I won't put my hands in this. So I'm just going to put Michaels on the top of this. And this one is the, what color? Just says glitter glue. I guess I don't want to give these a name, these colors. I mean, I would call that Winter Night or Stars or something, right? Well, it's basically the clear. Okay. And then here is the pink. So, and these are by Hampton Art. Both of these are not by Michaels. They're by Hampton Art. So again, Studio G. But these two are in the 99-cent bin at Michaels. So, there you go. Okay, friends, I think that is a two-part share of some of the paints that I use. While this sits over here to dry, and I'm going to put that in there too, so I can have them come back to that and look at colors. I also wanted to share with you some of the things I carry to work with paints. So, alright, let me get all this out of the way as much as possible. Okay. And I gotta get a thing of pins to put in here to unclog these babies when they get clogged. Okay. Which I used to always carry like safety pins. I mean, you don't want to put straight pins in if you're using plastic, and you also don't want to puncture anything. It would take a lot to puncture it, but you know. So, alright, so I carry a couple of things. So in here I carry inexpensive, and this is just a bag of something I bought, just foam brushes. And to me, you know, if they get too cruddy after a while, I just toss them. And, I'm going to be honest. And then I also have, these are all new, I just got these. These are the blending tools by Ranger. There's also the rectangular one. I have some of those somewhere in the move. And but these are great because you just take them off and you can use one blender to every foam pad. But there's also someone on Amazon that sells like a large, like 20 of these tools for maybe $30 something. And so eventually I will do that, but not for now. Now I just change it all out and hope it doesn't ruin my nail polish. How's that for honesty? So, anyways, and this is really my Dilutions paint. This is what I use with my Dilutions. I mean, you can use paintbrushes definitely, but I really love the blenders with my Dilutions. I think that worked really, really well. And I love sponge paint brushes just for everything. I mean, I will put everything down with those. I love that when I'm doing mixed media. I love when I want to get texture on a page. But you could do that with your palette knife. You could do, and that's another thing, is I will use a palette knife with any of these paints except for palette paints. Of course, you can't do that. And I wouldn't use any of the blenders or the sponges. I would use paintbrushes with this. So, there's that. And then next, I have in here a bunch of different things. And I just loaded this baby up here recently. Oh, there was a plastic little goodie there. And I keep those in every bag. I keep these wrappers so that if I do exactly what I just did, if I work on one page and want to go to another, I can use these in between. So, and this bag came from, if you're going to ask me, I'm pretty sure I'll be asked, this came from Dollar Tree. It was $1. It works out great. It's supposed to be in a notebook, but it works fine for me. And so these are inexpensive paintbrushes, and I want to think, this one came with it, and I think these are all Dollar Tree. I don't carry expensive paintbrushes out. I am cheap as the day is long. And wait, these two came from Walmart. These two did. And I think these came from, and you can tell by, you know, honestly how cheap this part is right here. But these came from Walmart. So if I take these and for some reason the car gets too hot, or I forget and I leave them in the car, or, you know, whatever, I'm not going to run these. You know, this is the whole deal behind these, is it just takes a whole lot to run these. Now, these came from Michaels. These had little tips on them, I believe. but they've fallen off through the carrying of them. And if you can see, they clean up very nicely. They look brand new. These, they look a little bit more worn, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. That's the whole point of having them. Then the next thing I have, these were a splurge. These were kind of a gift. So these are the Jane Davenport. These came from Amazon, and these are just fun, funky brushes. And the idea with this was, I think she designed these to go with her palettes that work like makeup. And I think I have one of those palettes. I love these brushes. You just want to pet them all day long. Seriously, this is just like petting a puppy. They are beautiful brushes, no doubt. They're pretty, they work well, they're all those things and a bit more. And this undoes, so you can open it. And I should have done that when I took it off, but yeah, no, I didn't do it. But the only thing I have to say is that I absolutely love Jane Davenport. I love her work, but her paints and inks kind of concern me because there's always a warning that in California they are considered carcinogenic. And because we've been through so much, and every year I get some kind of cancer scare of another, I'm just not going to dive into something that, is blatantly labeled that. These may have that, these don't even have that label. I mean, it's just, there's something in her inks and paints, and that concerns me. So these are my water brushes. If you can't tell, they're fully loaded with water, and these are by Arteza. So which is what these paints are by. Hold on. So, pardon me, I didn't mean to bump you, I'm sorry. Okay, so these paints are by Arteza as well. And so I really love these. These are perfect when you're working in palettes. They are perfect when you're working in your art journal and you're out and you don't want to carry or get a cup of water. I will tell you what I do a lot when I'm out is either I'll save an old cup and take it with me, or if I get a really kid-sized cup of water or ice, I'll drink it, and then I will use the cup with a regular paintbrush. But if I don't have that available, these are fantastic. These are loaded all the times with water. They're ready to go. You can prime these. There's a little pump area right there that increases the water flow. And, if you're wanting to get a particular, pot, really get it going. And so these are fantastic. They come in a variety of brushes. So here is that one, which I think is fantastic. I have not used these but on a couple of things, so I haven't used every brush, but they've cleaned very nicely. So here is another one that is not quite as wide. These are fantastic for backgrounds. I cannot say that enough. And then I believe this one is the other flat, and you can start to see where I've used some of these. They kind of get a little grayer as we go down. And then here is a big brush nib, and I love that. It's so pretty. And let me see, here is the next size nib that is a brush nib, and you can see that one's a little dirty. So, a little stained. And they're going to get stained, guys. And then here is a finer one. And I absolutely love these. I cannot remember what these cost, but they were insanely affordable. So these just stay water in, loaded up. And I've also even gotten water, I hate to say this, at Starbucks, even though it's the filtered water. And I've loaded them. I have sat there and loaded them while I was at Starbucks. So it really was... it was really just a really good, easy thing to do. And, I just so appreciate it. So, okay, so here we go. I'm going to load everything else back in my my little bag that I carry with me. This will go on with me on the plane. So, if for any reason that got lost, I don't have hardly any money in that. This was $4. That will go with me on the plane. I really love these. I think I'm going to take those. Now, if you're worried about getting water brushes in, you can totally do it. And I'm going to put my little cards in here too. You can totally get water-filled brushes on the plane. They comply. It all works. So, I've got that. Now, these are 2 ounces. In theory, you should be able to take these on an airplane. I haven't heard if they stop you or they don't stop you. I'm probably going to take a couple of these that, like, I would definitely take my 50-cent white, and I would take this. I would take my 50-cent black, though I will prep a lot of pages with my black Delusions. You know, my Delusions. I will not take these. Never ever. Even though they're 2 ounces, I will never take these because I would not want these to be confiscated. But these are a little bit more expensive, I think, so I would probably go more with this line, the Extreme Metallics or Extreme Glitter. And these are the ones that I really love the coverage with. So, and then I also might take a couple of these. But that's it. I mean, I would really rest in these metallics. I would rest in this shimmer. And then if I wanted a plain, you know, paint palette, I have one of those also, the $5 one from Michael's that I got on sale. So I think I paid $4 for it. So, you know, that's what I would carry on an airplane. Anything more is too much. But one thing I will do is I will come back and share with you my spray dyes. And in my dyes, I'm going to be loading those up in brushes, in water brushes to take on the airplane. So I will be pre-stamping. I will take that with me. I will be taking water colors that are not, that are just plain water, so I can use these, and that's it. So, yeah, I mean, I know it may be a little confusing, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to be. I'm trying to keep this as tight and small as it possibly can for the trip. And if I were not flying, these would probably come out of this box, you know, just for space-wise. But for right now, it's all good, and I'm happy with it. So, I hope that answered some of your questions. So you can see that Folk Art dried well, the Apple Barrel dried well, the Craft Smart was in the middle. It dried okay. It's very sheer. Stickle's fantastic. Studio G was sputtery in that one, but it worked really well in that clear one. Apple Barrel, fantastic. Hologram, Glitterific. It's still sticky, so I will definitely not carry that with me. I absolutely love this, and this is that Ultra Bright. Let me see, which one is that? It may still be in here. Hold on. Yeah, this one. Is that the brush metal? No, that's the brush metal right there. So I love that one too. Oh, and this was the Craft Smart. Silly me. Hold on. That one was this one. Bronze. Right here. So those two are really nice. I like that one. Has a little bit more coverage with less paint. And then Perfect Pearls, I would keep at home. These Folk Art Metallic Bright Red definitely would go. And this one's not bad. I might take like one or two, and I would probably take more of a clear and then brush it over. These are the ones that come in here. These are coming. These I will build my backgrounds up depending on, especially my Delusions journals. I think they will be beautiful, and I wanted that midnight blue, and it really dries very blue. I'm very happy with that. And then here, of course, are the 4 little ones from this palette. So now you know what I'm going to put in my art bag on my trip. So, all right, sweet friends, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This has been a lot of fun to kind of go through and see what I have, see what's still kicking after, you know, a couple of years of not being opened, and then to find the best deals, because I have been asked many times what's the most cost-effective crafting, and I just can't say enough that getting things off of Amazon, Walmart, some things at Target, still cheaper. It's still cheaper than like golden paints that are the metallics. And those, man, those can be like $10 a bottle or more on Amazon. So, and I always think Prime is fantastic. You know how I feel about Prime. But another thing I'll be doing is I will be loading this about half full. I think this can get through. I will only use one. And I'm going to load like a gold, a silver, and a copper, and I have 4, and I'm probably going to do a rose gold. Actually, I have a little bit more than that. So these are those ultra fine line applicators. So I will show you later at some time after I get back in my art journal if I even use these and how they work out. But I saw somebody else it was demonstrating some Jane Davenport. She loaded up some of her metallic paint and drew in the hair, drew on the face, drew everywhere. She was drawing everywhere, and I just loved it. It was so, so pretty. Is drew a word? Yes, it is. Okay, I had to think about that. All right, and that's it. This is it, guys. So, and again, you know what I'll take, what I won't take, and that's how it all works out. So if you like these two videos, please go back and give the other one a thumbs up, and one on this one as well. I would so appreciate your feedback. So many of you have asked me for cost-effective crafting. There are things like, I will never buy this again. I might buy just the one, and that would be it to lay on top. I wouldn't buy all the colors, and I only bought a few of the colors. I would not probably reinvest in these because they did not offer what I wanted them to offer. But the metallics and the pearly pearls, they're beautiful. They look fantastic. All day long, yes. All day long, yes. And some of these are really great too. I was really happy with some of those, not all of them. And definitely these are a little bit more money, but they do compete very well. And if I just had a little bit more to spend, then I might spend this, because you don't use as much paint as I did with this one, but they come out with about the same coverage. So you probably come out, I mean, this is like $1.97, this is 50 cents. I'm still thinking that 50 cents is a better buy, you know, just saying. And you can get these in large bottles, and you can use them like for your page prep, like gesso. It's not as great as gesso, but it will work. The same thing with the black. And yeah, you know, you're good to go. Alrighty, and I will buy these all day long. I think these are fantastic. Hands down, I pray I get to get some more of these. There are much larger kits of this. I had tried to get a bigger kit. Amazon was unable to deliver it. It went back, and then I felt a little guilty, so I went with the smaller one. But I love these. These are fantastic. Period. End of discussion. The same way I love the dilutions. So, all right, friends, gonna let you go. Again, like, subscribe. Please subscribe. We'd love to have you be a part of this channel. This channel is all about encouragement. So I'm hoping today you were encouraged to pull your supplies out, see what's working, use what you have, and then if you have to go slowly replace things, here's a variety of things that you could try or utilize or not utilize. You have to see what fits your budget and what fits your needs as well. So there's that. And so I hope that encouraged you. Okay, friends, I'm going to let you go. I'm just running on. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm at the end of this video, so I'm going to answer a couple of questions here real quick. I've had some questions about how did the baby shower go. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. It turned out lovely. The event place that we met in was gorgeous, and the owner was amazing. It was an old house that they had renovated, and it was gorgeous. I cannot say enough, and it was the most cost-effective thing ever. And she was extremely gracious in what she charged us. And the birds are chirping. I was making sure nobody was outside the door. Anyways, and our daughter's doing well, our granddaughter's doing well, and her husband is doing well. We got to see my siblings, and and my brother's family. My sister's family didn't come. They were busy. And we just had a great time. We got to meet some of their friends. And we couldn't have had too many more. It was pretty full, the building. So, and I knew it would be. I knew once we got there and we had all the kids there, it would be. So thank you all of you who pray for her and for our grandbaby. And thank you for those who prayed for me when I was not feeling well. And I took Sunday off. I didn't post a video because I wasn't feeling great. And this will be posted while I'm on our trip in a couple of weeks. So I'm just filming ahead. So I've answered individually, but I'm answering collectively right now. So, okay, my dear sweet friends, thank you so much. I pray your day is blessed, creative, and lovely. I'll be talking to y'all soon. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.